Jeff with Quick Overnight Camp. We're headed that way on that beast because that's the only way we're going to be able to get there tonight. We got quite a bit of snow over the weekend, so we're pretty excited about what we can find. We're going to dig a hole in the snow and hope it's not too deep, but we're going to dig a hole in the snow, place our tent down in it, and have a great evening, we hope. Have a warm fire. Hope you come along with us. It's about a 2-mile ride on a snowy trail. That's going to be it for the night. Going to dig a hole for the tent, try to gather some firewood, and get things going. So it looks like we're probably going to have to dig down, 2.5 feet maybe to get to ground. So I think I better roll my sleeves up. So it's 30 degrees out right now. You want to be careful you don't get too sweaty. You got to take breaks. I did bring extra wool shirt and extra wool underpants along too, just because of that. So don't get in too big of a hurry. It's supposed to get down to 17 tonight for a low, so it's going to be chilly. So we got to get this done and get some firewood collected. So how's that for a hole? I think that's going to do it. We're going to put a tarp down first, so I'm not too worried about the bottom. Let's do it. So we got our firewood. So I guess we need to dig a fire ring, a snow fire ring, or a snow fire pit, I guess. One thing's for certain, when you're camping in these conditions, everything you do is gonna be work. So just figure on lots of extra work when you come out in these types of conditions. There's just no way around it if you want to be fairly comfortable. All right, I think that's gonna work. Plenty big for a fire, got a little place for a chair. Now, let's get some flames going. That ought to get us going. Thinking that's going to be enough firewood for the night. I'm not going to keep it going all night like I did the last time. I got the tent here, so I'm just going to keep it going until it's time for bed. But if it's not enough, Snowmobile's got headlights, so there's that too. We can always go get more. All right, we got the fire going pretty good. We've got some wood cut. It's time to get supper going, which is going to be pretty simple tonight. We're just going to cook up some smokies and add that to a can of baked beans and make kind of a smoky baked bean dish. Should be good, pretty simple, but let's get at it. All right, so supper is done. It's ready to eat. And I'm going to dump it in a bowl, but I wanted to show this to you. Has anybody seen one of these? It's actually a bowl for backpacking, made specifically for, because you can take it and fit that anywhere in your backpack. I mean, you can stuff it down alongside of everything. You can never not have enough room for this bowl. So here's how it works. It's got little snaps. See little snaps here? Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. The brand is Fozzles. It's spelled Fozzils. There's your pro tip of the evening. That's good. That really hits the spot. It was some kind of grilled barbecue flavored baked beans, and then just the little smokies you buy at the grocery store puts an extra added smoky flavor to it. It's nice and hot, nice, and really hits the spot. And it was easy and simple. I actually saw this on someone else's YouTube channel, but I guess they use bacon instead of smokies, which is what I was going to do. But I saw these sitting there in the grocery store, and I thought, well, why don't I try some smokies instead of bacon? So very good. Bacon would be excellent as well. But so you saw me digging earlier, and I dug down about 2.5 feet, I suppose. This time of year, usually there would be, I don't even know, feet of snow, multiple feet of snow in the same spot that I'm sitting right now. 5, 7, 8 feet of snow, but this year has been so poor for snow up here in the Bighorn Mountains that it's really cut down on a lot of the winter recreational activity. So the lodges up here have kind of been hurt pretty bad because they have snowmobile rentals, and a lot of their income, they rely on the wintertime snowmobilers come from all over the country, really, I guess, to snowmobile up here. And we've really kind of gotten into it too, as you saw my snowmobile earlier. But the snow has been horrible. So I don't think last year I probably wouldn't have been doing this anyhow. I would have been camping on top of the snow anyhow, but not down on the grass. But I'm just glad it could work. Get up here this early. It's April 10th right now. So shout out to my daughter Ellie, whose birthday it is today. It is dead calm right now. It was pretty well, down in town it was like blowing 40 mile an hour today, so it was pretty windy. When I got up here this afternoon, it was still pretty windy up here as well, but gosh, it's calmed down to like nothing right now. Just a beautiful evening. It's going to get cold. Like I said earlier, I told you it's going to be 17 for a low tonight, but there's no wind, so it should be a pretty nice 17 degrees with this fire. I'm so happy that I came up here tonight to do this, because when you come up to do something like this in these kind of conditions, you really don't know what to expect, and you're a little apprehensive about doing it. And even when I got up here and I started digging the hole for the tent and setting the tent up, the wind was blowing, and the sun was starting to go down behind the trees, and I didn't have any firewood cut yet. I wondered if it was this wise thing to do. But as soon as I got everything set up, got my firewood, got the fire going, got the food cooking, now I can kind of relax. Just a wonderful evening. So yeah, we're just kind of out here on a wintry April 10th night, enjoying the fire in the Bighorn Mountains of north central Wyoming. We are sitting probably about, I would say 7,500 feet in altitude right now. So certainly it's going to be colder up here than it is down in town. The town that I live in is right at the base of the Bighorn Mountains, and that sits at about 4,000 feet above sea level. So, of course, it's always colder up here. But we're just enjoying a wonderful, calm, beautiful winter night. Couldn't ask for a better night than what we got tonight. Well, the temperature's certainly dropping. It's starting to get a lot colder out right now. Good thing the fire's warm. It's a good thing there's no wind. Certainly a very calm, peaceful evening. There was one other time that we went winter camping. My brother and his son came up from South Dakota, and we came up to the top of the Bighorn Mountains on a couple snowmobiles. But the tent we had that evening was about a 12 foot by 14 foot Cabela's Bighorn Outfitters tent, if you're familiar with that. And we had to dig through about 3 to 4 foot of snow to put that big thing down. And it was quite a bit of work. A little bit more than what we were expecting, I think. But we did get it set. And we got the heat going in the tent and got some food cooking. And for whatever reason, that tent started to build up condensation on the walls and the ceiling, and it was like raining in there. It was miserable. We had cots set up in there, and we were trying to stay out of the rain and stay warm at the same time, trying to keep our sleeping bags dry. But of course, it ended up being a good time. We had fun. We still talk about it and share photos from it. But what an evening that was. All right, we are now inside the tent. Oof, and it is cold. Get away from that fire and you realize how cold it is. So we're gonna take our boots off here and put some warm socks on. I already have some wool bottoms on. And a wool shirt, I think that'll do just fine. So what are we sleeping with tonight? Well, we've got our cot that I usually have with me. And we got the Big Agnes Double Z insulated air mattress. And the Kelty 30-degree Cosmic, no, not 30, 0-degree Cosmic sleeping bag. So hopefully that's gonna suit us just fine tonight. So my feet tend to get cold on a cold night like this. So we are going to try the putting some hand warmers at the bottom of the sleeping bag. All right, so we put one of those hand warmers in each of my socks, and I put two at the bottom of my sleeping bag. We'll see if that helps to keep my toes warm at night, because on a cold night like this, I usually am pretty fine, but my feet get cold. So we're going to see if this works. I'll let you know in the morning. Good morning, everyone. It is about 6 o'clock, and it got cold last night. I was pretty cold in my sleeping bag. So we're going to get packed up and head out. I got to get to work this morning and get on that snowmobile and enjoy a cold ride back to the truck. Well, we made it back to the truck. Pretty cold ride coming back, and after I got back, we got everything loaded up and went to pull away, and the amount of snow and ice that we were parked on, it wouldn't let me go, it just sat there and spin. So I had to unhook the trailer and pull the pickup away and back up to the trailer from a different angle, and thankfully we were able to get it out of there. So heading back down the mountain, get ready for work, and gonna be a long day of work, I do think. But anyhow, if you guys enjoy this kind of content, if you like these kind of shenanigans, I'd sure appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. And if you don't subscribe, come back and visit us every now and then and see what we're up to. You guys have a great day. A large herd of elk right outside of town. This is where they come in the wintertime. They come down on these private ranches so they can continue to eat, because all their grass on the mountain, of course, is covered in snow.